A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. Always be ready to speak your mind, and a base man will avoid you. Art is the tree of life. Science is the tree of death. As a man is, so he sees. As the eye is formed, such are its powers. Better murder an infant in its cradle than nurse an unacted desire. Both read the Bible day and night, but thou read black where I read white. Can I see another's woe and not be in sorrow too? Can I see another's grief and not seek for kind relief? Embraces are comminglings from the head even to the feet, and not a pompous high priest entering by a secret place. Energy is an eternal delight, and he who desires, but acts not, breeds pestilence. Eternity is in love with the productions of time. Every harlot was a virgin once. Excessive sorrow laughs. Excessive joy weeps. Exuberance is beauty. For everything that lives is holy, life delights in life. Great things are done when men and mountains meet. He who binds to himself a joy does the winged life destroy, but he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise. He who desires, but acts not, breeds pestilence. He who would do good to another must do it in minute particulars. General good is the plea of the scoundrel, hypocrite, and flatterer, for art and science cannot exist but in minutely organized particulars. I have no name, I am but 2 days old. What shall I call thee? I happy am, joy is my name. Sweet joy befall thee. I must create a system or be enslaved by another man's. I will not reason and compare. My business is to create. I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not. My wrath did grow. If the sun and moon should ever doubt, they'd immediately go out. It is easier to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend. It is not because angels are holier than men or devils that makes them angels, but because they do not expect holiness from one another, but from God only. Lives in eternity's sunrise. Love seeketh not itself to please, nor for itself hath any care, but for another gives its ease, and builds a heaven in hell's despair. No bird soars too high if he soars with his own wings. One thought fills immensity. Prisons are built with stones of law. Brothels with the bricks of religion. Prudence is a rich, ugly, old maid courted by incapacity. That the Jews assumed a right exclusively to the benefits of God will be a lasting witness against them, and the same will it be against The bird a nest, the spider a web, man friendship. The fool who persists in his folly will become wise. The foundation of empire is art and science. Remove them or degrade them, and the empire is no more. Empire follows art and not vice versa, as Englishmen suppose. The glory of Christianity is to conquer by forgiveness. The goddess Fortune is the devil's servant, ready to kiss anyone's ass. The hours of folly are measured by the clock, but of wisdom no clock can measure. The man who never in his mind and thoughts traveled to heaven is no artist. The road of excess leads to the palace of wisdom. The tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. The tree which moves some to tears of joy is in the eyes of others only a green thing that stands in the way. Some see nature all ridicule and deformity, and some scarce see nature at all. But to the eyes of the man of imagination, nature is imagination itself. The weak in courage is strong in cunning. Think in the morning, act in the noon, eat in the evening, sleep in the night. Those who restrain their desires do so because theirs is weak enough to be restrained. Thy friendship oft has made my heart to ache. Do be my enemy for friendship's sake. To generalize is to be an idiot. To see the world in a grain of sand, and to see heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hands, and eternity in an hour. Travelers repose and dream among my leaves. Want of money and the distress of a thief can never be alleged as the cause of his thieving, for many honest people endure greater hardships with fortitude. We must therefore seek the cause elsewhere than in want of money, for that is the miser's passion, not the thief's. What is a wife and what is a harlot? What is a church and what is a theater? Are they two and not one? Can they exist separate? Are not religion and politics the same thing? Brotherhood is religion. O demonstrations of reason dividing families in cruelty and pride. What is grand is necessarily obscure to weak men. That which can be made explicit to the idiot is not worth my care. What is now proved was once only imagined. What is the price of experience? Do men buy it for a song? Or wisdom for a dance in the street? No. It is bought with the price of all the man hath, his house, his wife, his children. When a sinister person means to be your enemy, they always start by trying to become your friend. When I tell the truth, it is not for the sake of convincing those who do not know it, but for the sake of defending those that do. When thou sayest an eagle, thou sayest a portion of genius. Lift up thy head. Where mercy, love, and pity dwell, there God is dwelling too. You cannot have liberty in this world without what you call moral virtue, and you cannot have moral virtue without the slavery of that half of the human race who hate what you call moral virtue. You never know what is enough unless you know what is more than enough.